Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Fat Neck Football.
What up?
Holy Jesus, bud.
And I get you, as always, got my boy Josh over here. Brian still ain't back yet, man. Where are you? All right.
Dead. At least to me.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard from him in a while. I'm getting a little worried here. Brian, please reach out. All right. So this week, what is on the agenda? This week, there, Josh.
Not a sponsor.
Man, you drank that really slow.
You're slow.
All right.
Well, right before this episode, we discussed what we're going to talk about, and we had this whole thing written up about. I was going to ask you, what are we doing? And you were supposed to say, oh, well, we're going to cover some NFL games, and then you just completely forgot about that.
Okay, so that's all I got to say. Okay, we're gonna cover this week's matchups in Week 16.
We just went over this.
It's getting close to.
You piece of shit.
All right, Week 16 is a lot of playoff implications this week.
I can't believe we're on week 16.
I know
This season, I mean, 2020's felt like
A
forever.
I don't know. No, that's because I feel like it's gone by pretty quick. You don't think so?
I mean, it's like the end of the school year, I guess, where it's like during the school year, like, dude, fuck the school year. Just want to graduate. I'm 21. I need to graduate. But towards the end of the year, you're like, holy shit, I can go to the bar. Let's go. Shit went quick.
All right, let's stop being idiots here. Let's move on.
Dude, you can't just change my DNA, dude.
Yeah, you're right. You can't. You can't fix stupid.
Science.
Well, it is what it is. All right, so we'll start off with tomorrow. We got the Vikings at New Orleans. What are your thoughts?
Man, Dalvin Cook, as much as I hate the Minnesota Vikings and any other NFC North team, Dalvin Cook, dude's a monster. But New Orleans has that defense could be the defense to shut them down. I know they didn't look that great last week, but
well, mind you, Cam Jordan got ejected early. Hendrickson went out with an injury. I mean, they hit the injury bug. Their safety got hurt. Marcus
that
Williams.
happens.
I mean, I know. I'm saying, but that's why they weren't as.
How many of those players are getting back this week?
All of them.
Oh, that's good.
Trey Henderson.
Well, actually, that's not good.
It's good. It's good on the defensive side.
See, Green Bay already clinched the division, so I kind of actually would prefer Minnesota to win this game just to kind of give Green Bay that extra edge over New Orleans for that number 1 seed. But I think Saints might win 10-17. Drew Brees' second game back, get back into a rhythm. Minnesota really hasn't been much this year. They have a couple games where they're explosive, but most of the time, I don't know. I think Saints can win 10-17. Easy.
I think Breeze is the one to attack right now because I mean he's not putting up air yards. If you look at his stats throughout the year, he doesn't put up air yards. I mean, so everyone knows you keep that. If you stack the box, you're gonna keep him within that. He's not gonna be able to force those.
Breeze
throws.
hasn't been able to push the ball down the field for multiple years now, though, and they still make it to the playoffs. They're still a good team.
It's exceptionally this year. He just came back off multiple rib fractures. I mean, he's not going to be able just to fucking be all loose and just sling that rock.
They still got Kamara. Minnesota's defense is not the defense they've had over the last couple of years.
I agree. I do think the Saints are going to win by 10. I think it's going to be maybe.
Where's that game at?
21-10. It's at New Orleans. It's in New Orleans.
Yeah, no. I mean, well, it really doesn't matter as much this year.
No.
With no fans in the stadium. I mean, I don't know how many. I know every state's different, and some teams might have more than others. So, assuming every game's mostly kind of on a neutral field, I'm taking the Saints.
I'm taking the Saints too. I'm not starting. I'm in the championship in fantasy this week. I'm not
He
starting.
just has to throw that in there.
I'm not starting.
It's not this show is not about you.
I'm not starting Justin Jefferson this week. I'll leave it at that.
Really, I am.
I'm not. I'm not starting Justin Jefferson.
I am. You're a fool not to.
Well, okay, that'll lead me. He was my flex all year, and that'll lead me into the next matchup here with the Buccaneers at Lions. I picked up Antonio Brown when he was just as a free agent, just getting. Well, he wasn't signed yet when I picked him up, and then
Back when everyone thought he was going to Seattle.
Yeah, so I picked up AB, and I think he's going to be more dominant. I mean, the Lions. We'll move on to the Lions and Bucks right here.
Dude, Bucks.
The Lions, their interim head coach this week is their wide receiver coach. I mean, how well organized do you think this team is right now?
That's like me getting put in charge of the Navy right now as a D5 piece of shit. Like, oh, dude, everyone's got COVID. Parker, you're next man up, dude. Yeah, no, that probably won't go well. Or everyone loves that coach. Like that coach is the dude that should have been the head coach like 18 years ago, but never happened, and they all play their asses off for him.
Yeah, but Matt Stafford hasn't been that good lately. I mean, he got benched last week. He got benched in the late third, early fourth last week. Coach's decision. It was no injury related. He got benched.
Poor Stafford. I love Matthew Stafford, bro. I wish that dude was on.
There is a potential landing spot for him in Pittsburgh.
Oh.
In the offseason.
That'll be a whole other episode.
Yeah, I agree. But anyway.
Do you think that's realistic of him going to Pittsburgh? It doesn't matter what you think. Next matchup.
I mean, we didn't even say what the score was.
Bucks are going to win by 17.
Yeah, I think the Bucks are going to win, and they're going to clinch the playoff. They're playing in Detroit, though. So, I mean, I still don't think that matters. But
no, that's a dome for Brady.
I still don't think Swift is going to be active against that Buccaneers defense.
Swift really screwed me in fantasy this year. God bless.
And then we'll roll into the next Saturday matchup with the 49ers in Arizona, division matchup.
Man, Arizona been slipping a little bit lately, huh? What's the record right now? 8-5,
8-6.
8-6.
But I mean, Murray just dropped 400 passing yards.
I love Murray. I think Murray's going to have a very nice career, good 10, 15-year career. You know, God forbid he gets an injury or something like that. But San Francisco, I haven't watched a single San Francisco game this year, but Garoppolo's a scrub. Defense isn't what it was last year. You want to talk about injury bug? Their front.
San Fran?
Yeah.
And their offense, too.
Yeah.
Jimmy G. I know you don't like Jimmy G.
Jimmy G's a freaking scrub.
But he's better than Nick Mullins and he's better than C.J. Beathard.
I don't know.
Yes, he is.
I don't know.
They don't have Mostert.
Dude, with how many... I could have beat Green Bay in that championship game. Garoppolo threw like 6 times. I could have done that.
And then they don't have Mostert. How many yards did he have against Green Bay last year in the conference championship? Like over 200?
Yeah, but I think it was like 186 before contact. Or something like that. It was some stupid, ridiculous number. Yeah, no, he killed the Packers. Packers run defense sucks. We'll talk about that later.
The San Fran just did sign Josh Rosen. They did just sign him to the practice. I mean, they signed him. I think he's not going to play this week.
He's going to. I'd throw him in. Fucking throw him in. He's better than what you got in Jimmy G.
He's probably got the physical and COVID protocols and shit to deal with.
Fuck off.
Anyway, I think the Cardinals are going to win big in this one. I do. I don't think it's going to be that close. I think it's going to be a 2-score game.
I got him by 10.
Yeah. Okay. Not big. I think it's going to be a 2-score game. All right. Moving on. Got the Dolphins in Vegas.
In Vegas.
Do you think the Dolphins are going to hit lucky?
Oh, yeah.
They're going to hit them lucky sevens?
Yes. They're going to cash their chips in and fucking have a nice payday. Dolphins are going to... Carr got hurt last week, if I'm not mistaken.
But he's been practicing full. He's a full participant in practice this week.
Dude, I
would keep starting Marcus Mariota. Your playoff hope's alive, and Marcus Mariota gave that offense life last week. And not saying... He did.
And that sucks. I love Carr. I love Carr.
I think they're both good quarterbacks.
He needs to go somewhere else. He needs a fresh start. Maybe New England.
Yeah,
maybe New England.
That's very true. I think you should start Marcus Mariota this week if you're John Gruden. That's just me. I think the Dolphins defense... But the Dolphins defense might be too much.
Dude, Dolphins defense is playing lights out.
I think they have the number 2 scoring defense in the league.
I'm pretty sure they're top 5 in a lot of categories. I don't know what's what, and they might be 6. So don't fucking come at me in the comments.
I'm pretty confident they're number 2 in scoring defense.
But yeah, that defense takeaways, bro. What is it? It's like 20 straight games with a takeaway.
Well, and then it's a good matchup for Tua because the Raiders have been allowing 30 points per game this season. 30 points per game.
I'm not sold on Tua yet.
I'm not either. Really not. But I think he's going to get Devontae Parker back.
He's doing what they need him to do. And that's my brother. And Jordan, if you're ever watching this, I hope I'm saying what you always say, is that's not why they brought him in. They needed a quarterback to just get that play action bootleg, hit the check downs and stuff like that. Defense is carrying this team a little bit. Running back next year, if they get a running back next year, I think they're going to be sitting pretty good because their running back by committee is whatever this year. Not really explosive, I think, like they thought it'd be. I think it might be a low-scoring game. Dolphins really aren't putting up hella points or anything like that. I can see this being like a 17-14 type game or something like that. Dolphins, I don't think
score, but I think they're both going to be. I think it's going to be like 28-24, but I do think it's going to be in favor of the Dolphins. I think Josh Jacobs is going to have a good day.
I hope so. I need that. I need that dude.
Then we got this is one I'm interested in. The Giants at Baltimore. I think the Giants are going to lose because the Giants can't score points. Watching that Cleveland game.
Is Daniel Jones playing or is he hurt?
He missed last week. I think he's going to miss again.
Man, because after like week 4 or 5, dude, that defense really started clicking.
Yeah.
And they were holding teams like 17 points a game. They weren't winning.
Yeah. Well.
But when you can't, but what you're saying with their offense not being able to score, if you're holding teams to 17 points per game, and you're not winning those games,
okay, well, your defense, exactly, and their defense stepped up last week against Cleveland. Cleveland's been on a hot streak lately, and I hate to say that, but they have been. I mean, and then Giants held them to 20 points. I mean, I know 20 points isn't like a substantial amount of points.
No, but I mean, you look at a lot of teams right now, defenses are playing historically worse than ever. I think the average points per game or whatever
the
is
Giants
super high right now.
Showed up. It's just you can't expect them to be that good.
But they have. And I know Saquon's out for the year, right?
He's been done since week 2.
But outside of that, I mean, that offense, you got
Shepard.
You got Tate, you got Ingram.
So Slayton.
I mean, they have players. It's not like they're hurting.
Slayton really stepped up this year. Ingram. So I actually heard this the other day. He has been targeted 90-something times, and he only has 50-something receptions.
Let's talk about this real quick. I know I just sent this in our group chat yesterday, and maybe we'll talk about this when it gets to the Packers segment. But
about how Tonyan got snubbed.
And I still don't think he's that good. I know his stats are pretty good this year. I'm not going to waste my time finding that.
Yeah,
but he has way more touchdowns. I think he has about almost the same amount of yards with way less targets and everything. I don't know how Ingram. And Ingram only has like 2 tutties this year with like 500 yards.
Yeah.
Tonyan has 10.
And Lamar Jackson lately has had, the past few games since he's been back from COVID, 126 passer rating. Average.
Okay, I don't really look so much at passer rate. What's the QBR? Even though I hate using QBR for shit, but because
I don't know his QBR. I just know passer rating, and he's been more consistent and accurate, and he's just been playing better.
And for those that don't know what the huge difference is between the quarterback rating and the QBR, if I throw the ball 12 of 14 times for 3 touchdowns, all right. If those were all screen plays and stuff like that,
you're gonna have a lower.
The QBR is going to be lower. Your rating is going to be
higher,
off the charts.
But
your QBR is more.
Well, he's averaging 9.2, I think, yards per attempt, which is good.
That's high.
So I'm saying his rating's up, and he's been playing consistent.
I was just trying to inform the people, Justin.
Mark Andrews been playing solid. I think the Ravens got this by probably 17 because their defense is going to stop Giants from scoring. The Giants are Joe Judge likes to go all out.
Man,
he goes for it on 4th down way too much. He's too aggressive, and they're not.
Hey, I like that.
No, I do too. But they're not gonna.
Who's their quarterback?
Colt McCoy.
That dude's still.
You're not gonna put points.
He's gonna be next on the ESPN
analyst. If you can't put points on the Browns, and the Browns, their defense isn't sorry, but they're not bad. If you can't put points on the Browns, you're not putting points on the Ravens. You're not. And I know the Ravens really well. I just think the Ravens are going to win by, I'm saying 17. I think it's going to be a score similar to the Browns, the game last week.
What score did you say?
It
doesn't matter. Yeah, no, I got Ravens by 10. Next.
All right, Falcons and Chiefs. All right, let's go 40 to
Falcons will be
3.
Up. Falcons will be up very early on. They'll be up 3-0 on their first possession, and then Kansas City is going to light them up. This isn't even a game. Next.
The Chiefs. The Falcons have a good offense. I think they're going to score on this defense. The Chiefs' defense is not that good.
No, it's not. Okay, look, Falcons real quick.
I think the Falcons are going to put up 17.
This is coaching, right?
Chiefs are going to put up 40.
You got Matt Ryan. You got Julio Jones. You got Ridley. Oh, who the fuck's the running back this year?
Todd Gurley.
Oh, yeah, fucking Todd Gurley. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? And how many wins do they have?
4.
Dude, that's coaching. Who's their coach? That Bobby dude?
Well, it was
no,
Dan Quinn.
That was like
Dan Quinn got fired.
That was like 2008.
Raheem Morris, I think.
They don't have the white guy no more? The old white guy?
Dan Quinn. He got fired.
That's Dan Quinn?
Yes.
Dude, I have someone completely different. I think I'm thinking even before that. Well, I'm fucked. I don't know.
Well, listen, they had 1 win before Dan Quinn got fired. Raheem Morris came in. They won 3 out of their next 4. So
Okay, so it was coaching.
It was coaching.
Dude, you can't have that much talent.
Their defense is sorry.
I think Matt Ryan is still a good quarterback. I think me and you could
go out there and catch on the corners. I think me and you could go out there, and we're just fat pieces of shit here.
Oh, speak for yourself, dude.
All right, dude, you're getting up there.
I'm a fat piece of shit. I accept it.
No, I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be like 40-17. It's gonna be. It's gonna be terrible.
Do you think Patty plays the whole game?
No.
Hell no.
I
halfway through the third.
I would play first half. It's gonna be over by halftime. It's not gonna be a close game.
Yeah.
And that being said, they're gonna clinch number 1 seed and they won't have to play. All right, moving on. Bears, Jaguars. They're playing. The Falcons are going to Kansas City, by the way.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely over. The Bears at Jacksonville. Bears are going down south.
Yeah, Jacksonville really wants Trevor Lawrence, though. I know teams say they don't tank and shit like that, but the Bears don't have a bad squad. This is another thing to me where it comes to coaching and or just quarterback. I just want to remind everyone that they traded up and took Mitch Trubisky over Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes.
This is for you, Brian.
This is your own fault. You fucked up. With that said, the defense, it's not what it was 2 years ago, but it's still pretty good. And Jacksonville, I think old Gardner Minshew, old Uncle Rico, I still don't think he's playing.
He played last week.
Did he play last week? God,
yeah.
Mother F. He didn't play for a while. I think they just did that for their record. But
I mean, even if they tried, I don't think they could put points on this Bears defense. They're not good this year. Besides James Robinson. I think he should be rookie of the year. I think anyway.
That'll be a whole nother episode. Let me write that
anyway,
down.
I think the Bears are going to take this by 1-score game. I think it's going to be because Mitch Trubisky's been playing good, but their offense is still kind of.
Hey Jamie, can you pull up the stats between James Robinson and Justin Herbert?
Thanks.
Get that to us by the end.
Yeah, now hurry up. All right, next matchup. Okay, we'll say I got the Bears winning by 1 score, like 7.
I think Bears might win by 10 or 17. Man, I don't think Jacksonville's going to put up points, bro.
Well, you know what? That's a good point because David Montgomery's been playing pretty well lately. So you know what? I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna agree with you.
I just saw something and it was like
because Jacksonville's.
I think it was for it might have been for Chicago, where their running back hadn't had a 100-yard game in the first like 7 games, but since there was a change in something, he's had over 100 yards like 3 of the last 4. So there was a change in Chicago somewhere, and it's benefiting them. Too late now, but.
Yeah, I think it's going to okay. You know, I agree with you. I think it's going to be a 2-score game, from 14 to 17 range. I think
somewhere in there.
All right, Bengals, Cincinnati going down to Houston.
Man, does Cincinnati ride that high?
No.
I mean, Houston's got 4 wins, dude. I mean, they're not playing that well either.
I don't think Ryan Finley is a terrible quarterback, and I mean, I know us Steeler fans were pretty disgusted after this last performance, but I mean, I don't know. I think I still think the Bengals don't have a bad squad. Their defense is kind of weak, and they surprised the hell out of me. And they looked good. They were the better team.
I'm gonna take Cincinnati, bro.
I think Houston.
I think they're gonna ride that high, bro.
I don't.
I think they're gonna come out and say we just beat Pittsburgh. Their dicks are fucking 12 inches today, and they're gonna go out and dominate.
No,
maybe not dominate. It might be a very shitty game to watch, but
they're gonna have big egos. They're gonna go in there, and then Deshaun Watson's gonna show them who's boss. Because Ben Roethlisberger played like shit. You play against a good quarterback.
Either Cincinnati wins by 17 or they lose by 20. There's gonna be no close game.
I'm leaning more towards Houston beating them by 20.
I hope not, because Miami has that pick, and then that can just add to that roster.
That's true.
Next,
Browns at Jets. The Jets put on a strong performance last week.
Browns, bro. Browns. Jets, no.
Oh, my God.
Nope.
But the Browns don't have their left tackle.
I don't give a fuck. I could go play left tackle, and we probably still beat the Jets. Put you in there.
Well,
Put you in there, big boy.
So their star D lineman for the Jets, he's out for the year. So it's leaning more towards – I think Cleveland's going to win it. I do. They're going to clinch their playoffs.
They'll probably win by 21.
Whoa, let's relax here. No, they're not going to win by 21.
Or more. 35-10.
No, it's
35-10. Let me write that down so you can laugh at me later. 35-10
final score?
Yeah. What do you think it's going to be?
28-17, Cleveland. I thought you were going to
What did you say it was?
28-17, Cleveland.
28-17. Very well could be. I have no fucking clue. Next.
Panthers and Washington. Washington's going to absolutely dominate these guys. Their front seven is way too good. Teddy Bridgewater ain't that good. But
they played the Packers pretty good last week.
Here's the kicker. Well, yeah, their offenses are trash. It's going to be a low-scoring game. Both offenses suck.
You thinking like a 17-10 or 14-10?
It might not suck. CMC could come back this week.
The Great White Hope.
Yeah.
He's here.
CMC.
Resurrection.
Is on track to play this week. But for the Panthers, you're already eliminated. Why play him?
Right. Why risk further injury?
Exactly. You just paid that money. You just paid that money. You just paid that man big money. Why would you risk getting him hurt for the last 2 weeks against the Washington football team, who have arguably one of the best front sevens in the league?
I mean, he might want to see where he's at. You know, if you're the coach and he comes to you and he's like, hey, can you just give me 10 to 15 carries this game? Let me see where I'm at. Something like that.
I'm okay with that. I would be okay with that. I would let him play limited reps.
Right. I'm not giving this dude 30 carries and 20 receptions.
Count. Okay. I still think Washington's going to win, even if Haskins starts. I think it's going to be 14-10.
Yeah,
it's going to be very low scoring.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Washington.
It's going to go to Washington. They're going to advance. They're going to give themselves a bigger gap in the playoff, and they're going to clinch the division. I think Washington's going to win it. All right, next we got Denver at
whoever else they're playing is who I'm taking. Chargers. Dude, Drew Lock is. Dude, they surrounded that dude with weapons. I know they're young weapons and whatnot. Denver's team is not bad. They are not bad.
No.
And Drew Lock is just not performing. Drew Lock is
he's not.
He's out next year. He needs to go sit and behind Breeze or Taysom Hill. He needs to go to that Sean Payton camp. If you will.
Really?
Yes.
I want to talk about that later.
Maybe we will.
Let's go. I think Herbert's gonna
throw for 350, bro.
He's gonna have a 4-touchdown game.
And he's gonna solidify.
That's my bold prediction this week.
That's not a bold prediction. That's what he
4
does.
touchdowns.
He is clearly he's having the greatest rookie quarterback season ever. But we'll discuss this more when we talked about rookie of the year.
All right, so that was a division game. I got Chargers winning by 10 and a non. This game don't matter. They're both 5-9. They're both terrible.
Dude, but with that pick, dude, they can help out Herbert so bad.
You're right, they can. Or they can add to their defense, who is injury prone.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. The Rams and Seahawks. This is the game of the week. If this isn't the game of the week, I don't know what is.
Green Bay, Tennessee.
The Rams
I think that rivals them. By the Jets, bro.
The Rams got stunned by the Jets last week. The Jets last week. And the Seahawks almost lost to Washington. So
yes,
they both almost got stunned. Right now, Seattle has the.
But I think all that comes down to
DK Metcalf and Jalen Ramsey.
Well, Seattle's offensive line is trash. So that was just a perfect matchup for Washington because they're. Yeah. I don't know about their whole front seven, but at least that front four is just disgusting.
Yeah.
Man, Rams. I don't know. I
have DK Metcalf getting the better because he's on my fantasy.
24-24. It's going to be a tie.
No,
I don't know, dude. I cannot pick a winner.
I think the Seahawks are going to win by a touchdown. I think it's going to be 31-24.
Dude,
Seattle.
This is going to be
31-24 Seattle, and DK Metcalf's going to get the walk-off touchdown.
What do you guys think? I need to see scores down below before the game happens of what that score is going to be.
Yeah, I think Aaron Donald's going to have like 4 sacks too. No, maybe not 4.
Dude, Seattle's O-line is trash. I don't know, dude.
All right, so we'll move on to another division matchup. What's this division? That's not division week. Eagles and Cowboys. So Philly travels down to Dallas.
Old Jalen Hurts is getting another start.
Andy Dalton's been on a streak.
Dude, as soon as they signed Andy Dalton, I picked him in fantasy. Kind of screwed me with the concussion and all that. But Andy Dalton is not a bad quarterback,
he's
bro.
Not.
And you surround him with CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper,
Michael Gallup, Zeke Elliott.
When your third receiver is Michael Gallup and or CeeDee Lamb, depending on the package, you're in a good freaking place.
And then you got it's the Eagles who have been pretty. They've been kind of struggling.
I think Zeke might be out this game, but Pollard, I think he played decent last week. I mean,
he had 2 touchdowns.
He brought something Zeke hasn't brought in maybe this whole year.
I mean, Andy Dalton, granted, the last 2 games they've been blowing out teams has been the 49ers and then the Bengals.
Right.
So nothing
crazy.
Dude,
this is going to be
a good game. I have the Cowboys winning this probably by 14.
Who they playing?
Oh, never mind. No, it's going to be a 1-score game. The Eagles. I think Hurts is going to have a day.
Man,
I do. I think Hurts is going to have a day. I think Hurts is going to come in there. He's going to go guns blazing.
I don't know. I think now you have 2 full games of tape on Hurts. Right? We see this all the time. Rookie quarterbacks, they come in, there's no tape on them. They start doing all their things, and they're like, dude, this dude looks great. And then 3, 4, 5 weeks down the line, once the team has all the tape on him, they shut that shit down. If you put spies on him and you have to make him beat you throwing. And if you can hold him to under 40 yards rushing that game, Dallas will win.
I'm not saying.
And I hate Dallas.
I'm not saying he's Lamar Jackson, but I mean,
no,
what's your excuse for Lamar then? Why didn't teams stop him last year?
Lamar, when he runs, he's a freak, bro. When he runs, he's like Vic. Hurts is not anywhere near that same. He's mobile and he's elusive, but when you talk about elusive quarterbacks,
right.
Vic and
that's a very good point you brought up.
They're up there.
They're in a different category. You're right. I think the Cowboys win by 1 score. I think it's going to be like 4 or 5 points. I do. I think it's going to be like 27, 23.
Somewhere in there.
It's going to be.
No team's going to get in the 30s.
No.
But no one's going to have less than 10. Yeah, it would be somewhere. Teens to 20s for sure, both ways. But I think I got to take Dallas, and I fucking hate Dallas.
All right, we got 3 more matchups left. Monday night, Bills at New England in Gillette Stadium.
Oh, dude, Bills are going to crush them.
Yeah, I know. I'm so glad I'm starting Josh Allen this week.
Yo, I do too, and it's championship week.
And Stephon Gilmore is on IR, so they don't have their best. So no one, I mean, they have J.C. Jackson, but so you think he's going to stop Stephon Diggs?
Diggs has been, but Diggs has been hurt the last couple of weeks. I don't know if you've noticed that. He's been questionable every week. I think he practiced today or yesterday or something like that, so he's going to play.
He's had over 100 yards in both games.
But when you're injured like that, all it takes is one wrong move, one wrong tweak.
You're right.
To where you're out the whole game. But yes, no, Stephon Diggs. As soon as this dude went to Buffalo, I said, bro, you just gave the probably second best, biggest arm in the NFL. I think Patrick Mahomes has the biggest arm, right?
Yeah.
I think that's not really questionable. But Josh Allen, the dude's a beast. I've been on the Josh Allen train for a while. And, as soon as they got Stephon Diggs, I said, bro, that was the only thing they were missing was that deep threat receiver.
Yeah.
And now, if you put one more piece around him or go on the defensive side, because their defense isn't what they were last year. The defense last year was lit. This year, they're good. They're not great.
They're getting back to that. They're getting back
to
their
there,
defense.
But they're not quite yet. But,
I mean, they have one of the better receiving cores in the league. Cole Beasley is underrated. John Brown has the speed of,
dude's quick.
He's almost there with Rashad Perryman, and I would say he's close to Ruggs and maybe Tyreek Hill. I don't know. I mean, I know game speed is different than natural speed, like 40.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put him with Tyreek. Tyreek's one of those guys that he's just above.
He has a different skill set.
But yes, he is one of those type of player.
I got the Bills winning like 38-10.
Dude,
I like it.
Not scripted, dudes.
No, I mean Cam Newton can't do shit. He can't do anything.
No, Cam Newton, bro.
When you have more interceptions and touchdowns,
if anyone ever watches Colin Coward, the cow, the herd, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. That dude, he said something and it stuck with me. He said, anytime you look at a player, take away their best season ever and take away their worst season ever, and what are you left with? What are you left with? So for most quarterbacks, you take out the rookie year for the most part.
Yeah.
And in Cam's case, you take out his worst season. I don't know what the fuck it was, but you take away his best season, his MVP year, and what are you left with? You're left with a fucking 9-7 injury-prone quarterback and stuff like that. You do that with some of the other quarterbacks. You do it with Aaron Rodgers. You take away his best season. Guess what? He still has another MVP. Do it with Brady. Guess what? He still has 5 other fucking Super Bowls. You do it with Peyton. So Cam Newton, I don't understand any of the hype around Cam Newton whatsoever. This isn't a diss Cam Newton, but that wasn't the right move.
Well, he doesn't have any weapons either. He don't.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
But even if he did,
and
they'd be mediocre.
They lost an offensive lineman. A couple opted out due to COVID and stuff. They just don't.
Half the defense opted out and stuff like that.
I know.
This is Bill Belichick's way of tanking. He can't tank.
And he can't even tank right. They're 6-8.
He knows what he's doing. Bill Belichick knows what he's doing. But another episode.
Division 2.
What's next?
Safety. All right. Titans at Green Bay.
All right. So go Pack, go Bud. I'll fucking tell you what, Bud. Derrick Henry will kill us.
I'm rooting for King Henry this week.
Dude,
you know what?
I have him fantasy.
I have him in
I have him fantasy too. I need him to go for 203 touchdowns, and he so can. Dude, I love the Packers.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook can do it.
Just so everyone knows, I'm from Miami. My grandpa is from Green Bay. He brainwashed my father. He brainwashed me. So I'm Miami everything. Yeah. I root for the Dolphins, but my number one NFL team is the Packers.
So what he's saying is he's an idiot.
I'm an idiot. I like eating cheese. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Dude, our run defense is just so bad, bro. And Tannehill, I don't know if you saw the stats, but whatever week Tannehill starting for Tennessee last year, he's like the best quarterback in the NFL. When it comes to touch, he has more touchdowns than Patty Mahomes. He has a better quarterback rating than everyone, all this shit. And I can't believe that. I watched that dude for years in Miami. I was like, dude, this dude's a piece of shit. And he goes to a real team, before Miami is now, actually getting a good culture together. And, dude, A.J. Brown and who's the other? Corey Davis. Dude, A.J. Brown might be one of the few receivers that can beat Jair. But I'll tell you right now, if Kevin King is covering Corey Davis, start Corey Davis in fantasy this week. Because there's no way Kevin King can stop him. And then our run D is so bad. Henry could go for 175 and 3 touchdowns.
Boy, do I
easy.
hope so. I need to be
easy. But at times, bro, this is what's so frustrating as a Packers fan. Sometimes we do look like one of the best teams in the NFL. When everything's clicking, we look good. But the only thing that helps us is Tennessee has no pass rush. So it could be a shootout.
They have no pass rush, no secondary,
and that could be something.
I think me and you could suit up and actually play for their defense.
Dude, I don't know if 41 points is possible in the NFL. We're getting a little tipsy here, but 41-38. That's my prediction. Green Bay. I'm taking Green Bay. I can never go against Green Bay.
I give that, and I'm taking Tennessee. I'm taking Tennessee, dropping 48. 48. Derrick Henry is going to be on his way to a 2,000-yard season. He's just under 1,700 right now. He's going to get damn near close.
Dude, having him in the beginning of the season was so frustrating, fantasy-wise.
It was.
But he's doing the same thing he did last year.
He started
the last 7 or 8 games of the season, dude's just bulldozing mofos out here.
I have Tennessee 48. I have Green Bay 42. 48-42, Tennessee.
Oh, jeez. Cheese and rice, bud. We'll have to watch that game. All right, so the video's getting... Oh, this is a little bit longer than I thought it'd be. But we're on the last game here. Yeah. And what game is that, old Justin Opal?
We have Indianapolis traveling all the way to the wonderful stadium of Heinz Field.
I got the Colts 57-0.
Oh,
end the episode. Jamie, shut it down. No, dude, I don't see Pittsburgh rebounding, bro.
Not this week.
Your receivers
can't
catch. Ben has no time. You don't have a run game. Your offensive line is not where it needs to be.
Not with the Colts defense, the way they're playing right now.
I still like the Colts.
But Colts offense isn't that great either.
Bro, T.Y. Hilton the last 3 weeks has more fantasy points than weeks like 1 to 10 combined. And I know that because he's been on my bench forever. And he's still on my bench. But last like 2 or 3 games, maybe not so much last week, but regardless, between, I almost said Donald Brown just now, between Jonathan Taylor and their other, between Joseph Adai and Donald Brown, Dominic Rhodes. Remember Edgerrin James? Yeah, me too. Between Jonathan Taylor, all right, T.Y., I really can't name more players in the offense right now. Phillip Rivers, dude, retire. But even with this, I still like them over. I'm not going to put that in. Over Pittsburgh right now.
No, I agree. I think Indy's going to win. I think it's going to be 24-21. I think it's going to be 24-21. I think
that's a drastic difference from the 57-0 I said.
It is.
No, realistically, man, your defense is still good.
The Steelers have the potential to win this week if they can stick to the ground game. If Benny Snell,
I don't see you guys scoring more than 17.
We're gonna come back. We're gonna
24-17.
No, I think
Andy.
it's. You know what? I'm gonna change my prediction. I can't go against Pittsburgh. I'm pulling for Pittsburgh because this is a huge win for us right now. We need to win the division. This is a huge one. They're gonna be coming out. Juju's not doing his dumbass dances anymore on TikToks, and they're gonna come
in the hospital concussed. He probably doesn't even know what TikTok is now.
They will be coming out ready to play this week, and they are gonna win with a nice score of 31-20. We're gonna stop Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers doesn't have very good luck against us.
The dude's a fucking scrub.
Okay.
He's not a scrub. He has the numbers, but at this point in his career, with his age, Phillip Rivers is done. Him and Breeze need to retire. I love Breeze. I hate Phillip Rivers. I respect him a little bit, I guess, because I have to.
I don't think Jonathan Taylor's going to have a big day. I think Pittsburgh is going to contain him. I think Pittsburgh is going to win 31-20. That's my final prediction.
Well, you will be wrong. And we need to start betting stuff. And wow, 34 minutes just flies by just like that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's worth it. I mean, we talked about 16 matches, about 2 minutes apiece. That's right.
Somewhere in there.
Add the 1, subtract the 4.
Gotta use my toes. All right.
Use my toes for
well,
this. All right.
Is there anything else you want to say before we get off here?
No.
It doesn't matter what you want to say. Thank you for watching this video. Comment and subscribe, and have a good one.
Make sure you hit that like button
and subscribe.
Exactly. If you want to, if you have any predictions yourself, please comment. We'd love to hear them.
Or read them because we can't fucking hear them, dumbass.